Jesse!
Hey everyone, today we're gonna look at the 10 biggest mistakes in Breaking Bad. Let's get right into it. The website. In Season 3, Episode 7, Hank got ambushed by the Salamanca twins on the parking lot, but Hank survived and he's taken to the hospital. In Season 4, Episode 1, Hank is recovering at his house, and he got a new hobby, finding and collecting exotic rocks on the internet. On the scene when Hank and Marie are talking, while Hank is betting on a rock on a website called mineralemporium.com. But if you see the URL of the website closely, it's from c/user/modprops/desktop, which means the website is not online. The link clearly shows the page is located in a folder called modprops in the C drive. The hallway. In Season 2, Episode 11, Gus and Walter met for the first time. After a lot of convincing, Gus agreed to be in business with Walt. At the end of the episode, Gus's guy tells Walter to bring 38 pounds of product for $1.2 million in 1 hour. Walter calls Jesse to bring the product, but Jesse was high, so he did not answer. Walter goes to Jesse's house and he picked up the product. Just as he leaves the kitchen, a crew member can be seen peeking out of the doorframe in the hallway. The mirror. After a satisfying season, when we transition to Season 2 on the first episode, we start with Tuco forcing Walter and Jesse to do CPR on the man he beat up. But the man died and we transition to the next scene, when Skylar is rubbing oil on her stomach in the bathroom. While she is standing in front of the mirror, we can see a reflection of the crew member in the shot. A camera and the cameraman's hand is visible for about a second from the left side of the mirror. The street sign. We all remember the scene in Breaking Bad, when Walter is standing on the dirt road thinking he's about to get caught by the police, after he drove the Cook RV into a ditch. He decided not to get caught alive, so he recorded a video message saying,
"My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negra."
He said his name and his residential location, which was 308 Negra Royal Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now that's probably not a real address. They wouldn't share the real address of the film set for privacy reasons. But in Season 2, at the very end of Episode 1, when Tuco showed up at Walter's house, hiding in the backseat of Jesse's car, he tells Walter to get in. As they drive off, the shot pans out to show the real street sign across from Walter's house. The sign says Paramount, which is the real name of the street, but on the show, Walter's house is located on Negra Royal Lane. The pen. In Season 3, at the start of Episode 6, Gus walked into his restaurant and he noticed the Salamanca twins. They are waiting for Gus and refused to leave the restaurant unless he told them about the man who killed Tuco Salamanca. Gus ignored them for a while, but his employee thought the two looked suspicious, so she told Gus about them. Gus decided to talk to them, so not to draw any more attention to his illegal business. On the scene when Gus is talking to his employee about the Salamanca twins while writing something on a clipboard, if you look at the pen closely, he is using the opposite end, and he is just pretending to write.
Doing nothing wrong.
Walter's mission. In Season 5, Episode 7, Walter kills Mike because Walt learns the DEA is on the verge of arresting Mike. But now Walter has to kill all of Mike's guys who are in prison to make sure they don't snitch. All of the 10 guys must be killed simultaneously, or one of them can become an informant. So he contacted a gang that can kill all of them all at once, without blowback. On the scene when the gang leader and Walter are going over the plan to kill the 10 men in prison, Jack tells Walter that killing Osama bin Laden wasn't this complicated.
Whacking bin Laden wasn't this complicated.
Here is what's weird about what he said. Breaking Bad takes place over a period of 2 years. We can time this because in Season 1, Episode 1, we begin with Walt celebrating his 50th birthday in 2008. And at the end of the series, on Season 5, Episode 16, he's celebrating his 52nd birthday in 2010. But Bin Laden wasn't killed until May of 2011, which means Jack wasn't supposed to be aware of Bin Laden's death. The Shadow. In Season 4, Episode 4, Hank shows Walter about the case he's working on, a case about the production of blue meth in New Mexico. Walter got stunned by Hank's progress on the case and realized Jesse and himself are about to get caught. So the next day, Walter goes to Jesse's house to warn him about the DEA's investigation. Walter started banging Jesse's door, but he's not in the house. On the scene when Walter walks towards Jesse's house, we can clearly see the shadow of a camera and a boom microphone on Walter's back.
It's because I am right outside your door.
The phone number. In Season 1, while Walter and his family are having breakfast, somebody called, but they let it go to voicemail. Turned out it was Jesse pretending to be an AT&T sales call. Walter recognized Jesse's voice and he ended the call immediately. But Skylar got suspicious, so she called the same phone number and she got a strange voicemail on the answering machine.
Representing the ABQ. What up, biatch? Leave it at the tone.
But she did not stop there. She put the phone number in a website that claims to reverse trace any phone number. The website gave her a link to Pinksman profile in myshout.us. On the scene when Skylar is typing Pinksman phone number on a website, the last 4 numbers were different. The number on the paper was 505-148-5039. But Skylar typed 505-148-3369. The microphone. In Season 1, Episode 1, Walter and Jesse partnered up. They bought an RV and planned to cook crystal in the middle of the desert. But their first attempt goes wrong. So Walter panicked and started driving the RV out of the desert as fast as he can, but he lost control and drove the car into a ditch. Him and Jesse walked out of the RV and onto the side of the dirt road. While talking, Walter throws up and said, "We gotta clean this up," referring to the 2 dead bodies in the RV. On the scene when Walt bows down to throw up, we can see his microphone transmitter under his shirt. Mike in action. In Season 3, Episode 13, Mike breaks into a compound where the Salamanca cartel is holding Gus's chemical supplier hostage. First, Mike disrupts the power line with a bunch of balloons, and the 2 cartel members rushed out to investigate the sudden loss of power, but Mike kills them. On the scene when Mike shoots the gun at the cartel guys, the glass behind them got shattered before Mike shot the gun. But it doesn't stop there. Mike enters the building and finds the hostage alive. But one of the bad guys is hiding behind the wall of the entrance. Mike notices the guy and shoots him on the head through the wall. But if you look at the wall closely, you can see there is no hole on the wall. As you can see, the wall looks intact. Well, there you have it. That was the last mistake on our list.
That's a great story, but the thing is, with me, I don't care about any of that stuff.
Which makes Breaking Bad nearly flawless. No one would have noticed these mistakes if you're watching it in a normal pace. Join Fanbase family by subscribing and don't forget to ring the bell.
Do it! Just do it!